game is afoot.
Off we go.
So Astralis on the T side, and we'll see a small amount of utility on Device and Glaive, and they're going to go for the B play, it looks like. Keeping it simple.
Opting for a PT50 and an extra flash instead of a dualies. Love to see that. Okay. Yep, PT50.
Deleted, erased. There's no trace that Neo ever existed.
Still pretty heavy rotation over from VP. Still 2 players on that inner bomb site. And, well, no signs of Astralis backing off outside of the bomb. Taking a bit of a detour. Dupree looking around. Right now, though, it's a tough situation for VP where they have to decide whether or not they want to actually go aggressive for information or not. But I guess this is going to be a pretty big tell. And they're going to do a heavy rotation over towards B.
Oh, that's a nice entry shot from Zipex. He's had a great day so far. He had a really good start, very strong, quick start to Mirage. Maybe Train will be the same. Zipex will march down the yard with his teammates. This Train yard is definitely under the T control at the moment. More players, more position. Although Snacks will try to wrap his way around the side, but Zipex is ready to cover. So looking quite good at the moment for the Danes. Yali putting in some additional work, but he's the only man to be putting in any kind of a work now, and he is dead, courtesy of Glaive. Pretty standard pistol round.
Yeah, obviously the fact that Device is able to just remove Neo immediately did a bit of a too wide of a peak. Just, again, makes it really tough for VP. They could opt, if they had different positioning, obviously they could have opted to go aggressively in Ivy or actually find information, but with their positioning they were kind of restricted as to where they could go, and obviously that makes it hard for them to make any sort of a gamble. So, yeah, 4 nades into teammate, not going to do anything at all. Snacks just making a whole lot of noise as he runs into certain death.
So that's interesting. They would have heard 5 grenades land in main, and they could have Astralis could have rushed into the B bomb site. They did put Device in that direction, the UMP, so not the best in terms of range, but maybe they had a read that Versus Pro would eventually rotate towards B. I don't know, but A will be the play from Astralis, and so far it is perfect. Taz may pick up something with the CZ. I'll be running around with a UMP, but the aim punch is there. And one thing we've seen that has been in unison for Versus Pro when they lose the pistol is they haven't been force buying. So they've got pretty good money going into the next round, the buy round. There were some grenades, and they picked up some pistols behind those grenades. Obviously, if you do some damage with those nades, you want to capitalize on that with some better armor penetration.
I mean, like, if you look at the history of VP as well, they've never been known to be one of those teams who actually win a whole lot of anti-eco rounds or force buy rounds in the first place. And we saw in Mirage how difficult it is for them to actually have a proper defense without utility, so I think this is the right choice.
Also, I do wonder, you know, before the recent pistol changes in the last few months, or actually, maybe we'll come back to it, because Snacks is hunting and collecting himself an AK-47. Oh, that's a perfect crouch. And maybe Glaive can... Oh, Glaive's got the bomb, actually. Yeah. So, I was going to say maybe he can run a distraction, but he is a bomb carrier. So, this may slow things down.
I found it pretty crazy that VP were able to get those kills just down these really, narrow avenues. The pistols found success.
This device actually going to...
Ooh, God, it confuses me when you get the headshot when you're standing right below someone. But Snacks, great avenue there to take some shots, but the frags will come in for VP right at the end there. But it's Astralis to pick up the rounds. But yeah, great damage incurred by that little effort. I mean, that should have been a round where Astralis maybe lose 1 guy at most, and they end up losing 4. So that's a big missed opportunity for them.
It is. Still decent ecos coming out from VP, not a whole lot of lost. And that's a very quick pace from Astralis out into Ivy, or into Yard here. Pretty already out by 7 Train. And Pasha has
a smoke in betwixt the trains.
He picked up a nade instead and then heard the sound of picking up something. Figured that was a bomb. That is a bit of an issue. Sipix has managed to get a very forward position towards Connector, though.
holding the line. This is awkward for Astralis, especially as they have to take a second swipe at the bomb.
Very split up on VP's end now, though. But all Snacks need to do is find that one frag as they try to cross over towards site, or KRB tries to cross over to the site. They should be okay, but Subnix might decide to go towards inner as well and find an unaware Taz.
Ooh, the timing is absolutely perfect for Snacks, and that will buy time for the rotation. Zipex, he is against the clock, and he has to wonder where the other player is, and he seems he has the read that it's towards B. Does he need a kill here with 18 seconds left? He's made the right decision. How does he position himself afterwards? Ooh, Snacks has revealed his rotation. That might have been a free kill. Zipex will look for Snacks' reposition, but he will not be able to land a fatal shot. So Virtus Pro going to get their first round on the board. Taking the second AWP as well. I can't speak English.
I'm just waiting for that third one to come out as well.
All Snacks right now. I think it was Snacks around previous, right, where he got, he got a bunch of kills. Yeah, he's pretty much the only guy fragging at the moment for VP. We'll see whether or not Astralis will bounce back immediately. They've got the AWP out onto device. But they know that the AWP is in the hands of VP as well, so might see a set piece from them actually. Double AWPs, of course. Actually, you're looking for the third AWP on VP, but not to get it just yet.
Patch looking for his first kill. 2 players towards Ivy. Did he see the cross? Oh, there's 3 players towards Ivy. He's already down to 20 HP, so it's not going to be a straight run necessarily for him. Device is proving more and more exciting to watch. Definitely need to download some demos. Snacks doing more work. And it seems Pasha will run distraction. Resmoke is in, but meanwhile there's a hole in the defense. Glaive has made his way into the A site. Decent damage from the far end. Got to be scared of that smoke and pop dog though, because danger lies behind it.
Yeah, Glaive with great understanding of the fact that VP had to respond to that alley pressure. Found that opening, but it's not really going to amount for much as the bomb train is thoroughly, or well and truly protected. That's a nice flick shot there from Device. Out comes the AK though. More work to be done here as it will be found by Glaive, and all of a sudden we're back into a 2v2, or down into a 2v2. This Device has a fantastic off angle. Will there be a peek from Bialy here? Out of the pop, there is Device to make the peek. The battle of patience, of course, won by the CT. That makes sense. Can Glaive do what Device could not? No.
And that's the second time actually when we see Astralis move out in towards Trainyard that EP doesn't really seem to have a good grasp of what's going on completely around them. We saw Pasha getting caught out in Ivy during the quick execute from Astralis, and this time it's Snacks who gets caught completely unaware. Obviously that's part of it because of Bialy is playing inside a pop dog, so he has no way of actually covering that angle, but it feels like there should be better communication between what Snacks and Neo are doing in that kind of a situation. So he's aware of the opportunity that might present itself for Astralis to actually push out. And I think that could be an issue for them if it's a continuous error that they seem to make.
Oh. Jesus. That was a bit too easy, wasn't it?
Well,
that said, the CZ is always there.
Bialy doesn't want to be too close, but when the Deagle is facing, it might not matter about range. Snacks of an off angle, but he is very aware. He knows he's exposed in 2 directions, trying to mix things up. Spots the player, spots Dupree. He's got support now. Snacks is focused in the other area. Can he turn around fast enough? He can. His teammate goes down in the meantime, and that's a massive shot from Dupree through the wall. 1 minute on the clock. Taz, he knows Taz is a B player, but will he have the right read as to where Taz is coming from?
Here he goes. Oh, the timing could be perfect. There's just a peek there, the jiggle with that knife. Get that info. Really key info for Dupree. He's got time to play with still to use that information. The flick comes in. It's so close. What is the move now for Dupree? He's running out of time.
Taz has actually made the rotation towards inner as well, expecting Dupree to go backline in towards T-spawn. I see T-spawn.
Yeah,
See that smoke's going to give it away, but Taz actually still worried about this. Did he not hear the smoke pop?
He is suspicious. That's for sure. Dupree looking to meet him, perhaps. This is scary. He missed the timing window just barely. Oh, it's too late. He's messed it up. What has he done? You need 3.5 seconds.
Yep.
He completely screwed this up. He ballsed it right up. And that's the round for VP. That should not be happening. You can see that he, that sort of shaking the mouse at the end there. He's like, oh, God,
Yeah.
what have I done? What have I done?
It was at that moment he realized.
He has ballsed it right up.
Wow. So the nice break for VP, but still, even with all of this, the rounds they've won have been pretty close. So they've taken a lot of damage. So their economy hasn't had the opportunity to actually build itself up.
Great position from Snacks. They're going to come out to meet him. Straight through the smoke. More frags to be found perhaps, but he does go down. He does some good damage in the process. His teammates will be able to finish off the weakened players. And nice pick off there from the Device. Equalizing the situation. Pasha doesn't know which way to look. And in that moment of confusion, of distraction, it's Dupree in for the frag. 3v2 in favor of Astralis. But Taz's position could change it all.
Can he get more than one frag from here, though? Zipex has made his way essentially into a wrap on B, but how does the bomb get there? If he identifies that it's empty, does that mean there's a push in apartments? Taz is still alive. He's got to wonder where Taz is. Taz hasn't got any kills in this round, so he could be anywhere. Normally on the B bomb sites. So that might be a concern. And it seems Zipex will just clear the path towards B from the back of A, or will they just walk away? Well, now the information is known. Taz gets 1 kill, no one in position to trade. Now they know, is that enough information for a B rotation? It might just be. 20 seconds left, they've got to be fast. Neo hasn't spotted anything just yet, just missing the timing, but maybe with the read as to what's going on. Versus Pro know that Taz has been spotted, that Molotov will give the game away, and Neo makes his way. 10 seconds left, and Dupree stops the rotation. That's a massive kill. Bomb getting planted, and Taz has it all to do.
Just barely enough time left for that plant. What a desperate situation it was for Astralis, but now it falls on Taz, all the desperation. Looking for these players, it's so difficult to find one, but he will find one. Device goes down, and now he just has to catch Dupree off guard. There's no smoke to drop onto the bomb. He's got to just make it work off of the back of this first peek from Dupree. There's Dupree, but he's too quick, too precise. And that's another round for Astralis in the bag.
It looks like Dupree's first shoulder peek. I don't know if he saw Taz or if he was just showing his body to Taz, because the way Taz didn't move, I did wonder if he was trying to make it look like he was actually defusing the bomb. But either way, it is the round for Astralis, and the money has been broken for Virtus Pro. The pistols are out again, some armor here and there. And they've chosen to stack the A site, and the gamble isn't going to pay off because Astralis is all over the B bomb site. Okay, Taz, can he get a second one? If he does, it's round on. If he doesn't, then how far will they invest into this when they are pretty much out of position? Neo take it down to the back, and that might be the round over already, although there is another flank here from Virtus Pro, but it's been cancelled, so it seems they may try to hold on to what they had. Or maybe not. What do you think about this, Halvor?
What,
Is there a point on the CT side in this round where you
give up?
Yeah, and just try to hold on to what?
I mean, it depends. Like for Snacks, for instance, who doesn't have any sort of Kevlar or anything, you never give up. You just want to take out whatever you can from Astralis' side. On Pasha, it's a little bit different because he has invested more heavily. So it comes down to the individual, really.
Because we have this round as well.
Yeah.
I think if they didn't have the 2 players in potential flanking positions, then maybe they would have saved. But to be honest, Taz's opening 1D will definitely spur them on to continue pushing, and makes it a lot more difficult.
Just give you a bit of false confidence.
Yeah. There's a lovely timed pot flash from Astralis. Expects a 2-man spray down, but he is exposed on the upper area. He will continue. He's got teammates behind him. with the bomb in tow. Molotov is there, and he'll take Bialy down. So this is going to be a brief one. Pasha still alive, still full armor, and his CZ. Maybe he can catch Dupree off, but advantages with Dupree. Perfect round from Astralis, nobody taken down. Still early on in this match, might not feel like it though. 6-3.
It's still early days, and obviously VP not being able to build up that economy before they lost the buy round puts them in a pretty dire situation. They will have an op at least in the hands of Pasha right now.
No Kevlar though, no nades. Could be an issue.
It's the only one defuse kit as well, and that's on Taz on that inner bomb site.
Oh, it's going to be tough for VP if they can't get anything converted out of this round. Going to see Pasha get challenged here. The gun, oh, the peek comes in. It was actually a decent peek, but Pasha will not miss that one. Molotov smoke. Previously, when this pressure was coming into Ali, Glaive was running out of team main to open up those holes that were a response to the aggression on Ali from VP.
You see that Bialy actually handled that situation differently as well, because as you mentioned, Glaive popped out of teammate last time around, and when those Molotovs came down in Pop, Bialy smoked off the Molotovs but stayed inside of Pop, so they had no vision of teammate on VP's end, and obviously Snacks got caught out by that. And this time we make sure that they actually have coverage and kind of just banking on nobody running through the smokes and Pop Dog. Taz is going to have a whole lot of work to do here. Does have a teammate with him.
Ooh, that's info. They pushed they pressed the AKs, and that's going to cause a rotation. So maybe Taz has just bought his team some time. Everybody flashed, but it's Device to deliver that kill. Bialy in position around connector area, and he's got a teammate in tow, Neo, who's almost getting taken down, but he will pop Kiabi, leaving Device alone. He's got 2 kills so far. He's got an opportunity for a 1 versus 1, and 15 seconds. Can he retrieve the bomb? CT's hiding at the moment. Swapping out for the M4, smart because he doesn't have too many bullets available in his CZ, but Neo will be the one to deliver the final bullets and take the AWP away. Versus Pro get their 4th round on the board, but Astralis still have cash to splash.
They do. It's going to be a very nice buy from Astralis coming in, assuming there's a weapon on the ground for Siblings as well. There we go. Now for VP, obviously, it's a matter of not losing, but also being able to survive with at least 3 members so they can start building an economy. Because every round they've won so far has been very hard fought.
Device going aggressive.
All alone as well.
I like it. I like this from Device.
Problem is he can't ever rescope here in this kind of a situation without getting hurt.
But it's all the more fun. Great shot there from Device, looking for the follow-up there towards Ali. Nothing to be found just yet, but he can sort of just try to hold position here. It's quite funny with where Snacks has found himself. They may not expect Snacks to be there due to Device's positioning, but Device will spot him, and there it is. The frag comes in from Kirby instead. And now it's a 5v3. Astralis have a fantastic position to work from.
Pretty sure that Kirby actually spotted the silencer poking out.
Yeah, Pro loved himself some silenced M4s, but it will be their undoing in this round. It's a great return kill from Pasha.
Bomb is going towards the inner bomb site as well.
Indeed it is. Kiabi staying on the A-bomb site. Not sure if either player will spot each other, but when that bomb goes down, maybe Pasha will start running, and then it'll be a free kill for Kiabi. The positioning works out for Astralis. And that's another round in the bag, and it's Virtus Pro in the doldrums, in the pits, at the bottom rung of the ladder with a broken economy.
This is a really cool play from Device. Just again, this it's not the first round where Astralis has sort of found a hole in the outside defense, and just put a player there to see what they can accomplish. And it really does work out very well for the Astralis lads. And their CT side is really what I find to be the most dangerous. So VP need to take control of this first half sooner rather than later.
There's only 4 rounds with which to do it. This one does not look likely. Not much to offer. Last 3 players on A, what will they do? Astralis have a good spread across the map at the moment with Dupree creeping through the halls, making sure nothing untoward is happening. But yeah, it's looking très difficile for Virtus Pro at present.
I can only hope to find maybe a weapon. So hold on to going into the next round. Obviously, the economy is all over the place.
Yeah, not really much to speak of. Difficulty's been a bit scary today, actually.
Yeah, it's
Quite
been
scary.
off nonetheless.
Yeah, that too. That's been pretty cool to watch. But he just seems, you know, very sharp today. He's been doing his DM. That's for sure.
Sliding into DMs.
I don't know if that helps you warm up for Counter-Strike, James, but each to their own, I suppose. Is that what, that's your method, I suppose? Or?
I've never slid into DMs.
I'm sure you haven't.
That is a great shot from Neo. Great starting shot and a much needed one with the scout. Pasha going for another push through Ivy, and it will not be a fruitful one. Not for his side.
So playing close to the smoke. Actually managed to pick up the op. Okay, well, not going to pan out.
Never mind. Never mind, just cancel everything. Cancel the plans, cancel the lunch. There is no hamper. Neo with another headshot. But ultimately, it is inconsequential.
Resistance is futile. BLE got to take the long run around. He does have an AK, so he might be able to do some damage here, but probably doesn't make too much of a difference in terms of actually making a dent to Astralis' economy. And the likelihood of him turning the round on its head is not quite there. You might be able to actually get a pick off before Astralis and make it to the bomb site, though. Could change things up. It's just gonna be a little bit too late.
Astralis have been really consistent in just getting these picks on the outside. Bialy looks like he's going to give this one a good go, though. Oh, wow. Second kill comes in, too. And there's the smoke to just pressure this bomb. Make sure that Kirby comes out of his position and makes himself known to Bialy. There's a tap around the side of the smoke. Oh, Bialy can't see. That could be it, and it will be. Kirby gets the kill. Really looked like Bialy had that one. Would have been quite the clutch. VP really needed that, but they will not get it.
It's like once you see players get into that kind of a groove, right? When it's that second shot right there, thinking like, okay, there's no way he can miss. Especially when he actually gets on top of the side railing of the bomb train, you're expecting him to be able to get that kill on Kirby crouching.
Yeah, it looked like he could
smoke.
really see him.
He had no idea, he was just shooting blindly towards Pop Dog. Again, early aggression coming out from Astralis into yard. Better handled by VP this time around. Even though they have given up pop control, not the end of the world. Taz is still mounted on inner. He actually hears one step at least.
Now he is well and truly trapped. Zipex knows he is a threat. Not expecting Taz to re-peek him, but the trades will continue. Glaive now at his advantage, 1 versus 2. Going for a side plant, gives him more options to defend the bomb, and he's not forced to go onto the high ground. Super awkward, but he still has the smoke. He can still hide, although that jump may have given his position away, but the CTs are giving their own positions away. Pasha running up the train, so Glaives knows he is relatively safe from the back. Spotted a 1 versus 1, and he can hear Neo running now, and he can just pre-fire him. Very easy for Glaive. I feel like he deserves that. Virtus Pro maybe feeling the pressure because they don't have a defuse kit, but they make it work.
And again, though, like VP are winning around, but they're surviving with one player, so they're just at a constant worry about not having money. You can tell it's going to be a pretty poor rebuy for having one around here. Again, lack of utility across the board.
Glaive was given so much information in that 1 versus 2.
Did Pasha run through his own molly to get down lower? I think he did, right?
I don't know how, if it was spread to the wall, or it's hard to tell from the angle we were watching.
Early flashes towards Ivy to get Kirby down into pop.
Nice spray down there from Mr. Snacks. And previous to this round, I think Astralis has been really effective in peeling off players from VP's outside defense. This is a stark contrast. No one yet actually falling just yet. Even the knife attempts perhaps coming out, but
Knife.
it will be 6-9. And the question is whether VP have done enough, because we all know how good Astralis' CT side is.
Yeah. No, I think Astralis, they kind of towards the end of the half went away from what was working for them early, which was putting focus on Ivy, making Pasha reposition themselves from the aggressive peak. And whenever that happened, you saw that Snags had to rotate over to help out, hold basically the angle that's not cut off, and constantly have to be stressed about the fact that people could pop out at Ivy, and that allowed for Astralis to actually get a lot of room to work with out of T-main. Instead, with more of the direct approach out of T-main and pop, didn't quite work out, didn't put too much pressure on the rest of the VP players to actually get scattered.
So what is this play from Versus Pro? Pasha is lurking outside of main with some Julies at an off angle. He's waiting for a rotation from the CT side, and Glaver's popped one pistol shot, but not done more than that. Hasn't seen anybody over there. So Versus Pro, they've shown presence towards the B area. Now they're rotating in towards A. There's a lot of Astralis players around the connector area, which is smoked off. They've got players on the high ground and the low ground. Glaive getting picked off, but they've got players all over the site at the moment, and the numbers are running low for Versus Pro. Barley has left, but there are massive frags coming in. Barley's got nuclear, and suddenly it's just Device, but he might just do this. In the red, what a crazy pistol round.
What the hell was that, Bialy? What in the world?
One, 2, 3. That is much more than you could ask for. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So it seems Versus Pro, maybe we're trying to encourage Astralis to rotate towards B or flank them.
It's just a very straightforward approach from VP. With the one smoke that Pasha had, it's a smoke off connector from the backside of trains here. As you can see, they wanted to go on contact pretty much, and then smoke off for any sort of rotation. Not give Astralis any time to set up with a proper defense out in yard. To a certain extent, it kind of worked, but it was unfortunate for him. I can't remember if it was Sipnix or not who was in front of the smoke towards connector, which obviously does a lot for bolstering the defense.
Well, this is what Dupree does. He sits at top dog and he kills you with his weapon of choice. It's Neo to fall first with to that Mag 7. There's the last grenade, and actually Taz will be successful. Now Dupree just running straight for Kirby, beelining for him. But the trades are coming in here for Astralis as they have their full attention on this A site. The bomb is down. Oh, there's Apex, good flank. Down to Taz, and he'll get eliminated as well. Decent damage if you look at the investment from VP, but it is the 11th round for Astralis.
I'm not sure if that was a flash or a decoy that Taz threw down.
Yeah.
Either way, it was successful.
I think it was a decoy, actually.
Yeah, I was leaning towards decoy.
I think his does not net around for VP in the end, though, but they do get some damage in.
Looks like a B rush or a pop dog rush with a flashbang either towards out the window or over the whatever that space is, leading into the B area on the high ground. But they're forced to use a flash to try and move Device into a more reasonable position, but he will continue to be unreasonable with his MP9. Unreasonable, unforgiving. Pasha and a Glock versus for the next round.
Actually
That
using the
looks
burst fire as well.
insane.
That's a sign of defeat right there.
So Astralis gets to just continue with UMPs and FAMAS. That's going to feel really nice for them.
Nice.
I'll have to see if they take any aggressive, angles to sort of mitigate the fact that they have a disadvantage against the AKs. If we were to see VP go outside, it's really hard to fight against them when they have those AKs. And so yeah, indeed, we'll get the alley aggression.
Same approach that we saw yesterday in their first buy round. Or in the first buy versus buy. And that was something Astralis did really well the entire Korean game last night. Just continuously being very abusive and very very annoying to play against for the T sides who had pretty much one idea in their mind, and that was to set up with defaults.
Versus Pro harassing the IV position. Astralis with 2 players very close towards main. 2 players in B, 1 player passive around the IV area. Looks like Astralis are hungry to clear out some of these areas. Now we're in the sub 1 minute mark. Again, you've got those trademark late smoke grenades from the CT side. Glaive still has one in the hole. Now Astralis are putting 4 towards the B bomb site with Zipex ready to rotate as well. So they seem to have a read, but it doesn't appear to be the correct one.
Issue for Astralis right now. If Sipnix is not able to find a couple of kills or stay alive at least, retake's going to be super hard because, well, they only have 2 flashes to work with.
And he has...
Oh, Device? Device? What? Okay, so Device pretty much died to a molly, and that's going to prompt a save. He just kind of stood in it. He took it.
It's because he's a man.
Oh, yeah.
He's a real man.
He's a real man who does real gaming. So it seems that Astralis will try to hold on with 4 players. I don't know if there are legs exposed in CT spawn with the positioning, but Virtus Pro will definitely want to do some more damage. Economy is key.
More legs exposed in the ECS studio.
I think that's impossible.
Very nice. Oh my god. Oh my... Okay, never mind. Just the 1 kill. Just the 1 kill. That reminded me of that match where there were people stacked almost... What do you call it when there are like a bunch of cheerleaders in a pyramid?
A pyramid?
Is that what you just guessing, or is that what it's called?
I would assume that if they do a pyramid formation, it's a pyramid.
So you're
I think
guessing?
that makes sense. I think that makes a lot of sense.
It might. Well, it might not be though.
What would they call it? It's
Well, I don't know.
like the thing is called a pyramid.
Is that? Do you know it is, or are you guessing?
Yeah, the move is called a pyramid.
It has
So
to
it's
be,
called a
yeah.
pyramid then.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure if you were guessing or if that was.
No, no, it's like that like when you get into a pyramid, it's called like doing a pyramid.
How many pyramids have you got into?
More than I'd like to admit. But I haven't been to Tutum. Oh, what was it? Tutum Khan?
It's definitely not
That's
called a
perfect.
Nightfall Tower.
I haven't been touching, you know, like.
There you go.
And I haven't paid a guy a few pounds in Egypt.
It is called a cheerleading pyramid.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was a cheerleading pyramid in CPL on Mirage the other day, and it's got annihilated by the UMP. It was very bizarre. But it is a buy round for both teams. Virtus Pro are a man down, but not for long. Snacks, of course. He is all over this map on both halves, but there's still a 5-round deficit in favor of Astralis.
That was a really nice kill, and that's something that Astralis were consistently pretty good at doing to VP as well. The information is there to be spotted. I can't see the number. Is it Zipex? Yeah, it is. Zipex on B, as always.
I really like this position as well. Now we can see actually what kind of decision he makes if he wants to let people go by. But it seems like Pasha has a really clear idea that somebody's going to be around this corner. Or he had at least.
Maybe not. Oh, 1 for 1 gets the info. Rotations there, and Device is in position with the AWP. That's very important. But the double back to Pop Dog is strong, and that's one of the reasons why you can't be too hasty on your rotations as the CTs. Glaive on the bomb train, though. He can prevent the bomb from being planted right in that position, and there it is. Easy frag for Glaive. Back into the flames. Bialy with the trade as the bomb can be collected once again.
And rip.
And rip.
That was really unfortunate. Snacks picking up the bomb with 3 seconds left. About.
It's too late, man.
It's a slow round.
It's really too late.
It's a smart decision from VP though. Like Taz does not commit to going inside even though they get the pick off of Sipnix.
Well, this is a key round for Virtus Pro. This is a must-win round. Astralis are on the march to victory, and Virtus Pro, it is still within their power to stop it, but it won't be easy. 4 rifles on the 5 players. Dupree enjoying the ladder room, the Pop Dog. Seems grenades will be deployed. Is he brazen enough to go up the ladder? Apparently not, but he has an advantageous angle here left in the red. But he will be hunted, Dupree, and Kiabi's got to do a lot. Going for the re-peek, just about making it. 2 headshots for him. 3 on 3, and Virtus Pro, they're in the red.
Yeah, this is pretty fine for Astralis, considering how low they are indeed. VP going for that rotation. Ooh, are they going alley? Into Kirby. Kirby could stand to do quite a lot here, and I wonder if he'll go for information. I mean, it's a pretty good place to get information, and indeed he will. And there's a double peek. But that's so much info, and they can't sort of change the plan now. They've got to commit to it.
Yep.
Ooh. Few points of health maybe taken away. 35 seconds, and the T's almost had a wider split of the site, but it is the CTs who will retain it. The bomb rotating elsewhere. Snax with an off angle towards the connector area, just waiting for that rotation. He must deliver a kill. There it is. Zipex taken down, leaving Device alone. Unable to trade. But, oh, Snax showing too much.
Does Device have this? He has no kits. Oh, it doesn't need one. Instant headshot. Really nice round from Device. I mean, he's looking pretty sharp too today, I gotta say. I did say that I was looking forward to Dupree and Device on the CT side.
Yeah. I'm kind of sad that we haven't seen Dupree pick up an op yet, but I guess with how things have panned out, kind of really locked for it.
I think his role as well is he's always playing very, very forward in the 8 yards, so it's probably much more unlikely that we'll see that change.
You're not a real man until you bring an op into Pop Dog.
That's true. That's true.
So all the real players do. Like if JW can do it, you can do it too, right? Just need the confidence.
Right, well, it's looking like a set piece onto the A side for VP. Oh, that does not bode well. It's a bad omen for VP.
And Dupree this time around finding themselves in Dark Vaults instead of Pop Dog. Still finds a kill. Obviously not a whole lot that VP can expect to get out of this round. They've decided not to really go all out. Want to play for overtime instead of 16-14.
So, appears to be a change of plans for Versus Pro, wanting to execute their grenades into A, and maybe thinking that they had been compromised in that regard. And perhaps they had, because there were forward smokes from Astralis and forward positions which still continue. Shooting gallery for Zipex. Down to 50 HP, he will just hold the position. Doesn't need to die in the duels. Continuing to fall back while his team fall in behind him. Now they have the bomb, and Snax is the last one. Painful round for Versus Pro. And now we ask a lot of them. Playing against match point, they need to double their score and more.
Astralis have been playing really well lately.
No, they definitely have. So hopefully a sign of things to come. Honestly, I don't think VP have been too poor in this game either, even though the result isn't necessarily too flattering. They had a decent enough CT side. Obviously, you haven't gotten things quite rolling on the T side as well, but there has been close rounds. Obviously, they fumbled the bomb and everything. These things happen, and obviously, if it wasn't a situation where VP could have won one more round on the CT side, kind of not had to deal with the reset economy each and every time, that would have had a fighting chance.
Well, such is life, and already 2 will have been lost from the Polish side as they tried to salvage something from this. And we'll see the play made into the B side. Zipex catches Snax. Snax will donate the bomb to Zipex, and he'll happily take that. And perhaps more as well. The jump AK comes in. Why not add a jump in there? Style on your opponents.
It's a painful last round for Versus Pro. Very painful indeed. A solid